Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Wow, I'm really happy to be here. I am one of the daughters of Rebecca and Matthew, and when I'm on stage, I go by Tzadeka. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to rope my dad into joining me today. If you don't know, he's just an incredibly accomplished musician, cellist, among other things, and what a pleasure it is for me to be able to be up here and play with him. One of the things that I think has been really profound for me on this trip was on July 1st, and Mom and I went down to the Red Church and participated in the vigil that morning. And very much something that I would be doing at home in my own community in Edmonton. And so it's just really beautiful to take time and really reflect on where we are at this moment in the Canadian story, reflecting on history and present realities, and just gave me a really big and really good feeling about this place, and to be able to connect with folks who also feel really drawn to honor all the stories that have been lost and covered over. And I think it's for me, as my dad mentioned, this is a big part of not just the work that I've been doing, but a big part of my life is being a community member, participating in the ways that I can, and that comes through in my music, I believe. So I was so happy to learn, and I might mess it up, but I'm gonna try, that the name of Bowen Island is Nechlelechwem, and I've just been practicing that every day, Nechlelechwem, and so what a beautiful thing to be here on this island, and I feel very lucky. And this first track is called Lucky Me. Some people only want to stay young. I'm not so dumb. I know the value of now as well as everything that's to come. Cause I know where I'm going, know where I'm going, know where I'm going. Cause I know where I'm from. I take the blessing of a lesson of what's gone and what's been done. What's been done. Because you do it better, you do it better, you do it better than it's ever been done. I mean, you do it better, you do it better, you do it better than it's ever been done. Luckily, feeling good is a state of mind. Luckily, I'm feeling good. I want to stay laid back. I wish I had a plan of attack. It's not about what you may lack. I mean, I take it down and you bring it back. Lucky me, feeling good. Some people only want to stay young. I'd recommend you bite your tongue, cause time doesn't run parallel to the sun. It's more about a mental trick or function. More about action. I defy what you hold on high. I value more than money to help me get by. I ride on my good, ride on my good, ride on my good vibes. I ride on my good, ride on my good, ride on my good vibes. Luckily, well, feeling good is a state of mind. Yes, feeling good is a state of mind. I mean, I'm on fire. most of the time, and I know what I'm worth. It's not in my purse, it's my personal power. Always comes first. Pays to be genuine, not rehearsed. When you try to learn something, get immersed. I mean, try to be the best, try to be the best, try to be the best, not the first. Yeah, you'll find there are many threads interwoven in the music that I make, for sure, and lots of common themes. That song is quite a bit of an older one. I can't remember if that was 2 albums or maybe even 3 ago. And I love that there's young people here. I really love that there's kids here. I'm glad you guys are here. And the other thing I was just going to say was that I often write about the cult of youth, and just sort of, navigating sort of all the things that I often see mainstream society. I'm not sure what that means anymore, but uplifting, and so it's sort of The Tzadeka music is often about turning things inside out and examining them, and sometimes there's some gross stuff when you turn it over, So, I try not to shy away from that, because for me, it's where I've found my most profound learning and transformation. I've been working. I just finished. Working with an organization for over a decade now, doing human rights education, advocacy work, and have been really a part of some tremendous projects. This next song comes out of one of these really transformative experiences I had in my work. We had a number of years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, was traveling with a group of youth across the prairies. And a lot of the work that we were doing was really digging into moments in Canadian history that have been really pivotal, legislative and policy moments that have historically excluded many people. And really digging into that, and what does that mean, and how does that ripple out and impact us today. And just this incredible group of young people, gathering together. And we gathered one day with a couple of elders. We were in Regina at the time. And there was 2 Cree elders who joined us. And we just had such an incredible day, kind of sharing stories, really learning together. And I ended up being invited afterwards to a sweat lodge a couple days later, and went with this group and just had one of these moments that I think at that time for me, I was really struggling in my life and my work, when you're kind of working through this really heavy stuff, to find the hope, and I have often struggled with just feeling so frustrated at so many of the injustices that I see in the world that I kind of couldn't let it go, and it was causing me a lot of pain. And I just had this really beautiful encounter with myself in the sweat lodge that day. And at a previous gathering about a month before in Alberta, we had done a beading workshop, and I had made this heart. And there was this one little thread at the end of my beading project that was kind of like, I tried to tie it off, but it was like not, it was kind of coming undone. I could just see it was coming undone, and I kept trying to like double knot it. And there was just this one bead at the very end of that heart that was kind of just trying to come off, and I just kept trying to keep it on there. And when I went into the sweat lodge that day, I brought that with me, and I just was clutching it in my hands, so that bead wouldn't fall off the end, and by the time I came out 4 rounds later, probably 4 hours later, that bead was gone. And I can't even tell you how relieved I felt. I've been just holding on to that bead. I can't lose that one bead at the end, and just the moment of relief that I had and release that I had. Anyway, for me, that was a really important moment in my life and in my work life. And one of the things that I walked away with was this really big understanding about being a helper in the world, and that my job, not just in my work life, but as a human being, to be a good helper, I really have to take care of myself. I really have to make sure that I'm doing okay, or I'm going to do a poor job at being a helper to others. And so this next song it's for the helpers. It was written really as like a love song to frontline folks who are doing that hard work, taking care of others, and just a reminder that we need to also heal our hearts and take care of ourselves as well. So that's my story about this song. It's called I Recognize You. Transforming, learning just like you. When I think about the reasons that I get up every day, that's what I do. What I give is what I have, and that's enough for me, enough to see you through. Something lifted off my heart, and it feels good. Wanna understand, remember, pick apart, and then I think, should I recognize that half the pain is half the work? I recognize you. You make a difference, and I call it like I see it. Stay true. Call me clearly, get up early with this feeling, soak it in. I said I'm too tired to carry this anger deep within. Can it be part of my story? Not get under my skin. I let it go just like a bead falls off a string. My heart is different. My heart is different. It got broke open and will stay that way, I'm hoping. My heart is different. My heart is different. Sometimes you witness moments making memories that will not fade. Someday you make it to the end just to remember its beginning. She says she hates her hands, but all I see is everything she made. You grow more beautiful as you get older, and it's only fitting. 'Cause something lifted off my heart, and it feels good. I wanna understand, remember, pick apart, and then I think, should I? I recognize that half the pain is half the work. I recognize you. You make a difference, and I call it like I see it. Stay true. Stay true. Something lifted off my heart, and it feels good. I wanna understand, remember, pick apart, and then I think, should I? Recognize that half the pain is half the work. I recognize you. You make a difference, and I call it like I see it. Stay true. Oh, stay true. He's really good. Well, how are you guys doing up there? It's not too melty, is it?
No.
You love it.
You gotta breathe.
Okay, well, this next song is Sunshine, so it's very fitting. I'll try to brave the sunshine for it. So this song, one of my favorite moments, one of my favorite things that happens in Edmonton is something called Cypher Wild, which is started by a few friends of mine who are break dancers and powwow dancers and DJs, and they're incredible, and they're really all about opening up public spaces and gathering community together through music and through dance and through emceeing. And so there's mics and people can come up, and there's open ciphers and dance ciphers, and it's free in the community, and it's something that happens usually in downtown Churchill Square, which, if you're familiar with Edmonton, is where a lot of houseless folks live, where a lot of people who are struggling live. And it's really it's for them in so many ways. It's for everybody, but it's a really beautiful coming together, and it's something that I've dearly missed during all this COVID, and something that has just started back up again in Edmonton, and I really look forward to going back and participating and supporting that space. And so this song it's a little bit about Cypher Wild, and it's about again, there's a lot of hard things in life. There's a lot of beautiful, joyful things. Life is so beautiful. There's a lot of struggles and hardship for ourselves and others, and so this is all really exploring what are those things that get us through those hard times. And for me, I live in a very cold place for most of the year, so sunshine is one of those things. Sunshine, I got sunshine. Sunshine, I got sun. Sunshine, I'm on the edge of fire and fever and freak. I'm on the line for everything before I even speak. I've been waiting for the break of day to shed a little light, and maybe when I get to sleep tonight it'll be alright. I carry a bit of sorrow, I know you do too. I've been waiting for tomorrow to feel that sunshine through. Can't get to a destination that doesn't have you, and I'm lucky that I found a little peace of mind in hard times. It makes the hard times feel less heavy, man, I need that sometimes. 'Cause everybody's got a part to play, and this is mine. Taking time in the sunshine. Sunshine, it makes the hard times feel less heavy, man, I need that sometimes. 'Cause everybody's got a part to play, and this is mine. Taking time in the sunshine. I'm practically acting like I lost my cool. I'm backing up my arguments by staying after school. I'm everything I ever thought I'd be. I'm such a tool. Wanna feel that sunshine? Fine, then I'm a fool. Go outside to Cypher Wild. Feel that city pride. Everybody's got a part to play, even a little child. I feel less heavy when I'm kicking beats and dropping rhymes. Lucky that I found a little peace of mind in hard times. It makes the hard times feel less heavy, man, I need that sometimes. 'Cause everybody's got a part to play, and this is mine. Taking time in the sunshine. Sunshine, it makes the hard times feel less heavy, man, I need that sometimes. 'Cause everybody's got a part to play, and this is mine. Taking time in the sunshine. I hit my head against the wall, but I still persist. I'm with the warriors in the back, they're getting pissed, and I can't really blame them when they're fighting to exist. Got sunshine on your side and power in your fist. Recognize the noises to distract you when it's working, and best disguise is standing where you are, they're never looking. Situate yourself in the spotlight every time. Lucky that I found a little peace of mind in hard times. Sunshine, I got sunshine. Sunshine, sunshine, I got sunshine. Sunshine. I've been looking up for inspiration, eyes to the sky, gone from singular to overflowing cup without even trying. Identify my faults and help them out. My weakness and my strength are both the same, that's all I know. I've been guilty of assuming you and I would never make it, and now I know what love is all about, you just can't fake it. And finally the clouds have opened up, and so have I. Lucky that I found a little peace of mind in hard times. It makes the hard times feel less heavy, man, I need that sometimes. Everybody's got a part to play, and this is mine. Taking time in the sunshine. Sunshine. this next song is, as many of my songs are, exploring my experience of being a woman in the world, my experience of power dynamics, and I'm a parent. I'm a parent of a daughter who's now grown into an adult, and I often come up against these really tricky moments in life and think, oh, what am I supposed to teach her? How am I supposed to model this for her in the world? And so, navigating raising a daughter in a patriarchal, very unjust world on so many levels can be really tricky, especially when you're me and you find a moment to make a lesson out of just about anything for your child. And I think one of the things that has always bugged me is just this extra piece of morality teaching that women get in the world about how we get to be, and if we're not a certain way, there's a moral consequence or label put on us. And I really I just want to challenge that all the time. And so this song is called Bad Is What It Takes, and it's really pushing back against these ideas of what makes a good woman and a bad action. And I think those are really important nuanced ideas to explore, especially with our children. So I just write a song instead. Because a woman's only curves at you. They want us to be soft, but they don't know what soft can do. Soft can roll with the punches, go with the flow every time they switch directions. I get critical, swerve out of danger, quick little reflex, tearing down the walls and kicking out the rejects. Pay no mind to people trolling on the internet, making everybody miss the point, got no secrets. I'm only in control of my own body, talking decent. Don't even know dialogue will get us to peace. I still feel. I know how to walk away, and that's real. I know how to go, I know how to stay. I can still feel. It means I'm gonna be okay, and that's real. I know who I am at the end of the day. Politics destroying any sense of self. We're lying on the inside till it's coming out our mouth. You've been sold so many alibis, we're starving for the truth. Trust is hard to give and take once removed. I'd summarize, but I've just begun 5,000 years ago. When I'm with my family, my laughter turns to gold. Pretty soon I'm gonna learn to be invincible, grow a thicker skin and get on with my glow. Slow down, little sneaky, don't stop, just slow. We're gonna take a breath, let it all go. Oh, I can still feel. I know how to walk away, and that's real. I know how to go, I know how to stay. I can still feel. It means I'm gonna be okay, and that's real. I know who I am at the end of the day. That's real.
Never go through life holding grudges. The best thing you can do is be a better you.
Thank you. So this next song as I mentioned before, about, feeling those frustrations in the work and of course, and I know I'm not alone in this, I often feel the weight of constantly having to sort of connect, and the strings of social media and other communication platforms and opportunities kind of pulling me in so many different directions. And as much as I really appreciate these incredible advancements in technology, I also sort of can get pulled off my course a little bit, and it's so important to just go, oh yeah, like I'm getting pulled into someone else's thing, and that's not my thing, and I don't need to carry that or hold that, come back to my own center, my own ground, and like, where am I at? And also being involved in advocacy and community activism work, I also know that technology is like one of these really important tools that we use to mobilize, to gather. And I also recognize that it's only one of these spaces, and it can be like a really a big banner, a big sort of facade sometimes. And I hear people be again frustrated, like, how come I don't see these people putting in the work? How come I don't see these people doing the things in the spaces that I am? And I always try to remind myself there's so many different spaces and realms and ways to do this world healing work. And so this song for me was kind of like a little sticky note to myself, like, don't get caught up in all this stuff and thinking, this person's not doing enough. Like, come back to your center and, and keep your head down and do the work in your way. And don't get so worried about what other people are doing. I wasn't born for a world of hate. I won't debate about the truth, action. Why do we wait? Don't get irate about the apathy of others. Resistance lies in solidarity, all colors. Cause freedom is inherently connected to my brothers, and the dangers that exist also seek to harm my sisters. Freedom fighter flights, both my future and my history. Back on track, I'm blistering. Dignity is no mystery. I wasn't born to make you love me or agree. I got an inner motivation, altruistic philosophy. I cannot shut up, watch my mouth, I spit awesomely. Get in line, it's not about you, you're not the boss of me. Let's build a bridge together, share what the cost will be. True cooperation, me no issue, my colostomy. Find and discover something that was lost to me. Don't spread your ugly, honey, compassion's free. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. There's a better way. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. There's a better way. Strategy, suspicion, it's messing with my direction. I'm too old for your conclusions, too tired, your drama's confusing. It's not about winning or losing. Poison's easy to spot when it's oozing. You got a choice and look what you're choosing. Sharp little words hurt, watch how you use them. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. There's a better way. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. There's a better way. I wasn't born alone, don't make me a monster. I got a killer instinct I'm trying to foster. Kid sister worth so much and then you tossed her. Keep your hands to yourself, lied and lost her. I wasn't giving till I gave what I love most. I wasn't living till I saw my death up close. What are you willing to give up before you go? I don't love politics, but I'm damn political. Strategy, suspicion, it's messing with my direction. I'm too old for your conclusions, too tired, your drama's confusing. It's not about winning or losing. Poison's easy to spot when it's oozing. You got a choice, look what you're choosing. Sharp little words hurt, watch how you use them. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. There's a better way. I'm not concerned what they say. it's so nice to just commune with other human beings in this way. So this next song is also a new one off the upcoming album, and it's also, in a sense, it's kind of one of the older ones off the new release. This song, I live in Alberta. I first started writing this when the Conservative Party came back into power, which was a couple of years ago. I maybe a year and a half. I don't know. It's been a blur. It's been very difficult. And what do I want to say about this? This song's called Divided. It's pretty plain what it's about, but I think for me, I just want to bring a little bit of hope to the reality that we are all living through. You know, I kind of wrote this inspired by local Alberta politics, but I think it's really relevant today, right now. You know, whether it's been identity politics, whether it's been COVID, whatever it's been, I think there's been a lot of divides in a lot of different ways. You know, those physical divides and those ideological divides, and those have always been present. And I think it's our big work as humanity to figure out how we move through that. And it's not easy work. It's probably the hardest work, but I really believe that it's so critical that we find our way through. And I'm a big believer in dialogue, but I'm also a big believer in, you know, music and the arts to bring us together. And so this song is all about surviving this and finding ways that we can come together. And I think music is one of those places where we can come together. Divided, survived it. I tell myself to take a deeper breath, dive in. Divided, I hide it. I've got a lot to learn, I should probably try it. Divided, survived it. I tell myself to take a deeper breath, dive in. Divided, I hide it. I've got a lot to learn, I should probably try it. Left body talk, I'm in my right brain. Big game winner, never giving up. Knitting me a sweater, I'm cold from shivering, so build another fire. Women putting in the work hard, pull another tarot card. You're not special, you're sacred, and I love you a lot. You're singular and nothing new, most precious I forgot. It isn't easy being a striped cat, they don't like that. I'm in my element when all the lines connect back. Divided, survived it. I tell myself to take a deeper breath, dive in. Divided, I hide it. I got a lot to learn, I should probably try it. Divided, survived it. I tell myself to take a deeper breath, dive in. Divided, I hide it. I've got a lot to learn, I should probably try it. Right mind, raspy voice, dead eye gone gray. When you pick a side, you make a choice. I'm usually in the middle, that's where I find nuance. I'm anxious to reach a compromise, expand if not change your mind. Accepting counter offers, statements of the status quo. Oh hi, I'm happy that you finally showed up, but I gotta go. What's the medicine for a sick society out of control? It's gonna take a lot of strength to let it go. Y'all are so kind. Okay, we're coming down to the last two songs. This is another one off of the new album. It is called Last Generation, and also this one I started writing this one a couple years ago because this was really inspired by the mobilization in our city and so many other communities around the climate crisis. And it was incredibly profound, especially to see young people standing up and literally walking out of their classrooms and just, I don't know, I've been going to marches and protesting in my city for a long time, since my dad was taking me to, poetry reading coffee houses when I was 14 years old. And there wasn't that many people there, and all of a sudden we were having these incredibly huge protests, 5,000 people, out in the streets, which was a really big deal for Edmonton. And I just found it so inspiring. And so this song, Last Generation, is really, it's for the youth, and it is all about that sadness that many of us carry, and also that spark of hope that I think we just gotta keep alive, keep it alive, keep it alive. Things are better than they've ever been, in many ways, for human beings. More people out of poverty, yeah. Less infant mortality. We are currently curing diseases with brand new technologies, and the knowledge that we have acquired is a basis for further inquiry, but business is a usual suspect. In terms of making a subject an object, it makes me question the ethics of your capitalism. Accumulation's the almighty concept. Something about that just doesn't feel right. I'm a cutthroat when it comes to the good fight. I've been trusting my gut since it twice saved my life. Intuition's my boss, she's my goddess. Right now, we're at an impasse. All the children waking up, walking out of class. Last generation, clash of civilizations. We're on the edge of a cliff cause we're killing for cash. My hands are already dirty. My sore muscles are burning. I buy second-hand clothing. Every day I'm learning and unlearning. I mean, do we want to build a future or a crisis? Do you really believe if it's not Christ, it's ISIS? Not participating never really felt like an option. Which side of the divide do you align? Cause they're watching. What imperfect design makes us risk oxygen? I can't make the science add up, brains got rocks. Right now we're at an impasse. All the children waking up, walking out of class. Last generation, clash of civilization. We're on the edge of a cliff cause we're killing for cash. Just like the good old days. Just like the good old days. Just like the good old days. Thank you so much. This is going to be the last song. Thanks so much for joining me up here today. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's called Shades of Summer. Summertime's just around the corner, and I want to be clear. I love winter, but glad spring's here. I miss the way the wind gets warm in my ears, and the buzz of the birds and bees is all I hear. Summer sunshine where my freckles would cry. I'm leopard print down the out and inside. Even when the sun's out, the heart don't hide. Hot on my backside, eyes open wide. Arms to the sky, so beautiful I cry. Down by the seashore, waiting for the tide. My mind's in the clouds, daydreams divide. I don't take a nap, just enjoy the ride. Give me summertime, I'll be there in a hurry. Stretch my smile lines, now don't you worry. Just embrace it, even when it's stormy. Don't avoid the roses, just because they're thorny. Find me out in the summer streets, born to be wild, live to be free. Hear the bird calls, listen closely. Shades of summer under a tall tree. Summertime temperature, hot like mercury. Shish kebab, food for thought, but it don't come free. Summertime's coming for me. I can't be anybody, we're sitting tight, trying to light up the party. All the stars in the sky falling for me when it's sunny. Follow me the way we see. These know how to find the honey. We never know what sunshine meant, and you will wonder where that summertime went. Summertime's just around the corner, and I wanna be clear. I love winter, but I'm glad spring's here. I miss the way the wind gets warm in my ears, and the buzz of the birds and bees is all I hear. Find me out in the summer streets, born to be wild, live to be free. Hear the birds call, listen closely. Shades of summer under a tall tree. Thank you all so much. Truly appreciated spending the afternoon with you, and thanks to my dad and my mom for organizing this. Thanks to Belterra for hosting. Yeah.
Happy summer, everybody. Happy summer. Happy summer.